Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Operation Teardrop. This is Japan turn 11. And let's get started. We're going to roll for some improved factories and large ship construction. We have the improved construction, but we want improved factories and large ship construction to accompany those. Yes, improved factories. Do my eyes deceive me? We have large ship construction, apparently. So that is a success for both. And a finisher for both. Oh boy. Well, considering that, we may have to adjust the buys I was going to purchase. These were going to be the buys. Now, knowing that, let's see here. It's something like gotta think here. One of these could be good. Let's see, that's 7, or hear me out on this. Or we could start on a Musashi. And still, let's see, this is 4, which should be correct. It is correct. So a stage of that could be good. Alright, putting this up 1. And starting a stage of a Musashi will cost 36. And we see what's happening there, so there shouldn't be any surprises. This will inevitably bump the US up 1. To 57 because I'm starting a capital ship. And may very well change some of the plans I had for troops. Let's see here. The 6th Fleet was going to go 1 and then 2, possibly 3. Possibly 3. Let's play the one, two, three, 4 from the 41st. 1, 2, 3. Let's go with basically we can just use the 97th, I think. Because we won't be needing it much more. Walk in, walk in, walk in, walk in. 97th now moves. Is now this one, these 2, and then 2 from the 41st here. So the 97th just grabs some things there. I'll increase this a little bit. Alright. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 5 are on the destroyers. The 6th is on a transport here because these 4 destroyers. This 5th is a Siamese destroyer, which is not Japanese. And we've got 4 infantry here in Japan, which we will add. With that, yes, and we will leave those. We may actually leave 1 cavalry here in the 41st and take the one that's in Japan here. Probably seems a little better to me. 18th will do that. 5 destroyers, 5 transports. The 97th will be set down by the 6th and the 2nd Fleet. In Primorsky Krai. We are letting Primorsky Krai know that this is actually part of Outer Manchuria that the Qing wanted back from the Tsarist Russian forces that they grabbed in the 1860s, 1870s. And they want it back. Now the Qing Empire is gone, however. We will also be constituting what will be known as the 8th Fleet. And the 8th Fleet will be armed thusly with the remnants of the 18th. Once the 18th conduct their business. The 18th will be going 1, 2, 3, 4 for all of their necessary things. They are going to be marching two boys and a tactical to take each of these territories. The 18th will therefore be there on the 8th. The 2nd will be providing bombardment for the 6th landing forces because of the necessity of having each and every amphibious assault be led by some sort of screening force, despite there not being anything possible to need to be screened. The unlikelihood that these Soviet ships get back here, we're going to use this TBD as a screening force. Or, you know what? We could just call the seaplane the screening force too, but whatever. Seven bombardments and a whole lot of shoot 'em rolls. Yeah. So a new 97th, newly invigorated 97th, will come and take part. In Primorsky Krai. Because I did not start this fight, but I will be darned if I don't keep fighting it. And that should be it for everything Japan. Of note, I did find in my perusal that there were maybe some reference units used by Germany to spawn proper Turkish ones of British controlness. So I marked them with this box, not certain if they were needed for any other use. But they are immediately aligned, as is noted there. Good on Fu for capturing those. Also, good on Fu for this. I should make note that these two subs will be going 1, 2, 3. Or 1, 2. Maybe 1, 2 like that. I don't know. They're traversing. They're just deciding it's probably time to nix this bonus for the Soviet Union, considering I'm at war with them. So I will be nixing that bonus. I believe it's 2 cash that the Soviets get for this line. We just don't need them to have that. Yeah. And then I don't think there's a need for other things. We can, I guess, just go 1, 2, 3. But there's nothing on map to declare war against us, or I guess Britain could always decide to declare war and not let us through. That would be weird. Considering Japan hasn't actually attacked the Allies this game, they've only been at war with China and been attacked by the Soviets. However, there's always a possibility of that. So we'll let Hybrid know that he's got that opportunity to declare war. Should he declare war, we will raid here on the British line, and I suppose it sort of does depend on when he decides to declare war. Should he declare war, then instead of being able to go through, we would probably opt to come down here and raid these 2 lines instead of going over to Spain. But that's all very what ifs. As it is, we've got an attack on Primorsky Krai, which I think is the most fun of this turn. We'll see about these Chinese things in a moment. Yes, the 2 militia upgrades will be going into China, so fear not. Things shall be ascertained in a little bit. Let's see, we've got twos, threes, and a 4. 2s, 1, 3, and 2 4s for the bombardments. One, 2, that's it. 2 hits for bombardments. We've got, then it should be 10 infantry at 1s. 10 infantry equivalents. Coming in at 1s because it is mountain. Single, single, single. Oh, interesting. Wow. Okay. Well, that's very interesting. 5 total hits, but 2 don't get any sort of response right off the bat. And I believe that leaves 1. Yeah, 1. So 2 right off the bat don't get anything. 2 more, 3 more do have return fire. So we've got 2 4s and 2 2s. 2 4s for the infantry. 2 2s for the militia that were able to shoot back and weren't shot in bombardment. 1 2. So that'll be 2 Marines that die. It's always sad, but that does happen. And we've got a total of 5, 7 3s that are now going to become 2s, and 6 1s. I believe that's 7. Yep. So 6 1s and 7 2s. There's 1 and the only 1, but we only did need 1. So the 1 4 remaining will return, no fire. Primorsky falls once more to Japan. Put the 97th there, I suppose. Alright. Let's go to Hebei province here. Hebei province, we've got 2 at 2 and 1 at 7. I can stay singular 1, although I don't think we need to go all the way down there for that if we can find. Yep, here we go. We're going to say the blues are Japan here. This is the 7 and the 2s. This is the 2 on defense. Hit and miss. So we will have Hebei province fall to Japan. Let's grab... We actually don't have any of the normal tiny ones. We do have one here that will work. And if we scale that up, then it looks fine. Similarly in Shantung, although now it is looking a little bit different, a little bit scarier. 1 hit. Again. 1 hit, 1 hit. Okay. So, we take 1 loss, but we get it. And we'll repeat in Hunan province. Shandong was a good one for us. Let's hope that this can be repeated for us. Okay. Our Air Force has been pretty accurate this time. This turn has been good. The techs have been good. The Air Force has been good. I shouldn't jinx it, but we're doing good. And that's a success. All in all, good is good. As I said earlier, these tacticals are going back into the 18th on board the 8th Fleet. So I guess we can just make that work like that. I guess maybe we could have gone on to Maritime Air Patrol, considering that the Chinese actually have a non-insignificant air power, and it could absorb a hit. So if there's nobody who's against that, I would like to do that, but I guess I've rolled dice, so it's probably too late. Alright, too late. Let's move on to putting on buys and non-combats. So the only non-combats that I can think of were the ones that I took prematurely to have the landing space for them. This 8th Fleet, this very tiny 8th Fleet. But that is what it is, so let's move then to placement. Two militia and two militia upgrades. We're upgrading two militia. We're replacing one new militia. Replacing one new militia. Replacing 5 new infantry and a 6th new infantry. In the Ready, Set, Go category. Yeah. And now I'm a little afraid to look. A little maybe overexcited. 9 bonus plus 30. 39. Picking up 39. That's a little, could be a little scary, not gonna lie. Hopes are being raised a little too much, perhaps. And we don't want hopes to be raised too much. That could be detrimental to having hopes at all, kind of thing. But that should be it for Japan turn 11. And I'll see you all in the next one.